Happy Tuesday. So, what I'm feeling like needs to be said is we preach so much of, okay, you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know your daily IPAs. You know you're supposed to pour into yourself. So what I'm here to say is also include the background work. And what made me realize that I haven't been going as hard as I was. I've been on Zooms with, well, one FaceTime with Shanice. But like with the potential, and I know she had somebody, or it may have been the same girl, but she had someone else that was wanting a Zoom the other day. But like that's the things that you all aren't taking advantage of. I'm fully here to do three-way Zooms. And I know Shanice is one of, and I know I say that a lot, but like she's the one that's always taken advantage. Like when she has a potential, she's automatically like, Krista, can you do a three-way Zoom? And I mean, 9 times out of 10, they sign up, if not 10 out of 10. So I want you to know that I am here, and it can be on a whim. Like Shanice texted me earlier and was like, hey, she wants to Zoom tonight. You cool with that? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. She was like, okay, 6:30. And then she texted and was like, okay, can we do 8? Like I can fit it in. I know you all, and I'm not saying I'm not busy. And I know you all sometimes feel like I'm too busy to reach out to. Maybe don't feel that way. Even if it does take me a minute to get back to you. Now I am slow on Telegram. Like Shanice never messages me on Telegram. Like she already knows she's about to text me and it's just not going to come through. But like I'm here. You can message me. I can get on three ways with your potentials. Like all you have to do is reach out. I don't mind doing. So that's where I was going with the background work. Are you doing Zooms with your potentials? Are you having like conversations with people that are interested in the business? Or are you not having anyone reach out? Like I want you to, I have the hiccups now apparently. I want you to figure out what things are you doing daily and what results are you getting. So I don't want this Zoom to be a you're not doing anything type of Zoom. I want it to for you to be real. You don't have to tell any of us what you're doing. I want you to be real and say like, am I working my business every day? If I am, like what are the things that I'm doing? And if people aren't reaching out to me, then let's switch it up. Like that's not what it is. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. And that's what I told Shanice today. Like, you know, if you feel like you post and never get anything out of it, okay, well, you don't need to post 3 times a day. Go live. If you feel like live is your spot, then do that. If you feel like reels bring in the potentials, do that. You all, I mean, we preach this until we're blue into in the face, but you have to know what works for you. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean like if it lights you up to get on a live, like Summer. That's what Shanice was saying too. But like Summer, she will get up and get on live every single day. And if that's how her power place, then run with that. If that is your power place, like Tisa has been doing a ton of reels. Obviously, she may not like love to do them, but like she knocks them out and gets them done. And that's her power place. I'm not saying the things that you're doing, like I'm not going to go live on Facebook and have 10 people reach out to me. So does that mean like, oh, well, I guess I shouldn't go live then? No, we have to stop being so like there's a happy medium of being hard on ourselves and realizing what we need to be doing versus I love talking in my story. Exactly. If you love talking in your stories, then do that. But like being hard on yourself versus like truly realizing what's working for you or not. Maybe lives aren't your thing. That's fine. I don't like lives. When I go live consistently, I get people in my inbox. I just don't do them. And that's my fault. And that's where I was about to say, like, there are things that we should go hard in that we avoid. And I'm checking myself too. But like that go live is not on my IPA list. Why not? I mean, maybe, it's not something that's feasible doing every single day, especially like with the life that we're living right now. But doing the things that gets you hyped up. So like I said, I got on a potential Zoom with Shanice. Then me and her were on FaceTime for, okay, now I'm hyped. Like, let's knock this Zoom out. Let's talk to more people. Let's do what we got to do. Those are the things that I know light myself up, and why am I not doing them constantly? Like when you do things, there's a difference. Like when you're doing things that light you up, it doesn't wear you out. You're going to get tired because you're tired in general. Everyone has to sleep every night, but it's not going to wear you out. You're not going to get into a funk or into a burnout stage if you're doing the things that you love. Now, when you get into those phases, it's because you're doing things that you don't like doing and you also don't receive results. But it's because you're doing things that you don't like doing. Maybe you're messaging people. Maybe you're following up with people a million times. Maybe you're just posting constantly and don't feel like you're getting anywhere. Okay, but what are you doing that you do like to do? Are you going live? Are you talking in your stories? If those are the things that you like, you're not going to get tired of them. Sometimes we feel like we're repetitive, but that's not us getting tired of them. So I want you to check yourself on your daily IPA list. Check yourself on the things that you're committing to daily, whether it's doing a reel, showing up. Like just this past couple weeks or 3 weeks, I don't even know. I've committed back to my reels and TikToks. I just hit 6,000 followers on TikTok today. I don't do nothing special. Half of them have like 200 views. I mean, I don't have a ton of people in my inbox, but something's going to pop off and I just like doing it. So it is what it is. So, but that's the thing, like, I don't mind to do them and then I batch them and then I upload to all three. I don't do it all at one time either. So I have like in my to-do list every day, it says, because I always post my reels on Instagram first. I like the filters on there better. I vibe with the audio on there better. So that's where I do the like everything first. So I have it in my to-do list to go upload reels to Facebook and TikTok. That's a to-do list every day. So I'll go and upload 2 or 3. Like, I think we focus on the algorithm way too much. I don't care what your algorithm says or what everyone says on Facebook. If you're doing things that you enjoy or you're having fun with it. I was just thinking about this the other day. When's the last time we did a content day for all my local people? Okay, why not? We're all busy. We still got to make it happen. I mean, even when Candy's been in the last couple of times, we didn't do content. Why not? We have to commit to these things that make us happy. I mean, I don't like doing content in the moment, but I like having content afterwards. Shanice hadn't been doing her content lately. She hasn't had a ton of new stuff. But those are the things I feel like when we're doing the things that we love, it doesn't have to be like, oh, well, taking pictures today isn't going to get me 5 customers in my inbox. No, but it's going to make you feel better and make you show up. So then they're going to come. I think that that's our issue is we attach what's coming or supposed to come from the things that we do daily instead of just doing it because we love to do it. And this is what I told Shanice's potential tonight too. I said, exactly, it's not a chore. I said, we could sit here and try to talk you into this business, but at the end of the day, it's you. You could have went to any Thrive person, but you came to Shanice because you like the way she vibes. She talked about our community. She talked about how we get together. She talked about all that. That's why she was attracted to Shanice. That's how we bring our people in. And I know my Nashville people, that retreat, what did we sit and say? If we led with ourselves and our community, that's our power place. We have to own that. A lot of you all that aren't local, you get in your heads and think, well, I can't be around y'all. I wish I was around. It's not about, go build a local team. Go build a local team. I don't care where you live. There's people. There's pools right now that you can go hit up. And then you're going to say, oh, well, I don't like myself in a bathing suit. I don't go in public. I can't sell health and wellness. I can't be confident about it because I'm fat. I do it too. We can keep the ball rolling on the negativity. But I'm telling you right now, there's people everywhere. Everywhere, whether you leave your house or not. Go to the pool and find people. Build your own local team. If you're sitting here whining because you're not around the local people around, okay, go find it. Go build it. You know, it's the same thing. Like if you don't have the resources you need, go build it. Go make them. We had to do that with our team page, right? I was afraid that our people weren't going to have anywhere to go. And we waited until, well, we didn't necessarily wait until that moment, but we built it. It's just something that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to build your confidence. You're going to have to build your own self up. You're going to have to build your local team. You're going to have to build your daily list of things that you like to do. You're going to have to build your power place. Maybe you're not good at lives or reels. Maybe you're nervous. Do it anyways. How are you supposed to know if you can be good at it unless you do it? And I've said this a million times because it still amazes me. This working at Aries School, I don't even know if I've talked about it a ton on here, but like I literally was filling in because they needed help. And then I helped them host the Christmas party. And then I ended up like I was going to be a floater and fill in when they needed me. And then I ended up an assistant teacher in a pre-K 5 class. And then now they want me to have my whole class and be a lead teacher in a pre-K 3 class in August. What? I said I didn't even like kids. How did this even happen? Like when you finally just I'm like, okay, God, tell me what to do. It's the same thing in business. You have no idea. You could be, I don't know if you look up to her or not. I don't necessarily. You could be the next Jessie Lee. If you showed up consistently and you could be a motivational speaker. You don't know what you have in you until you just show up consistently and do it. Until you show up and say, okay, well, lead me where I'm supposed to go. Show me what I'm supposed to do. Like you just never know where you can end up. So that's what I want you all to do. Do it scared. Exactly. I want you all to just wake up and say, what do I feel like doing today? What do I feel like I need to do today? And not in a like, okay, well, I don't feel like getting out of bed. Okay, if you don't feel like getting out of bed, do your reels in your bed. I do. I'm doing this Zoom with no bra on right now. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I could have said, well, Shanice texted, she was like, hey, she's on this Zoom early. I was like, okay, I just got out of the shower. Hold please. Like, do it anyways. I got on there looking a hot mess. I look a hot mess right now. I do not feel equipped or qualified to lead any of you all. How do I have a team the size that I have it? I mean, I know we're not the biggest team there is, but how am I even called enough to lead you all? You all don't think I question that daily? And then it's funny because me and Shanice are having this, like, I don't know if it was a heart to heart, but we're talking and she's like explaining these things about her, which I already knew, but I'm like, yeah, I know. Because we're literally the same in so many things, like how our confidence or how we do things, but that's how I attracted her. That's why she came to me, because I am who I am. And she's like me. I mean, a lot of us on here are very similar in a lot of things. A lot of Kiana's team is like Kiana. I mean, a lot of Candy's team is like, you know what I mean? Like you attract your people. And if you don't like that, then change who you are. And I mean that literally. If you don't like who you are today, change it. Nobody's telling you to be who you are. You can change. It's just like sobriety. If you're doing pills or whatever, change it if you don't like it. Go to rehab if you don't like it. Stop drinking if you don't like it. Dude, I try so hard to be an adult. And I'm just going to tell this. The other night, me and DJ were alone. We went to a movie. I was like, oh, we're kid free. Let me order a Long Island iced tea. Let me get me a drink. $13 on a damn drink. I felt awful. I went home and went to bed. I was like, why do I even try to adult? This is not me. I cannot force this. But I mean, and I know it's funny, but like, that's literally what I mean. Why do you try to show up and act like something you're not on social media? Why do you show up and try to act like a boss babe or act like super energetic like Candy if you're not? It's the same thing. Like, why did I even try to drink that drink? I can't hang. I don't know why it makes me sick. Literally sick as a dog. I was shaking and everything. I'm childish as hell. I don't understand. But that's the same thing like we do in everyday life. I never forced the kid thing. I never tried to play with everybody's kids. I'm not a kid person. And then here I am doing, okay, I don't get it. But all I can do is show up every day and just say, look, lead me where I'm supposed to go. Like these Zooms, I don't always plan them. But what comes out usually helps somebody. Because all I can do is just open my mouth and let whatever come out. And sometimes y'all just, I don't even know. But I mean, it is what it is. Like the community that we've built it together. Every single one of you all are supposed to be here. But until you wake up and realize that, like, maybe you're not a 4K yet. Maybe you're not 12 or 40K or whatever. But you showed up daily. When you come in my chat and you say, good morning, or you drop a tip, or you're leading my team. So if there's 30 in that chat, you're leading a group of 30 women every single day, whether you believe that or not, whether you hone in on that and own that or not, you are. If you post a tip in, I don't care, my chat, the Lionhearted chat, Waymaker chat, whatever, you're a leader. And that's exactly what I told this potential we talked to tonight. I said, because she's coming from another company. And I told her, I said, you can come over here and you can just kind of sign up and act like you're new, or you can own the leader that you already are and come over here and say, look, I'm launching a business. I'm launching a whole new team. I'm launching all new energy, and run with it like that. And that's where your success is going to come from. So you get off the Zoom tonight and own where you want to go. Wake up tomorrow and own your new team. Own your success. Like, why do you want to sit stagnant? Because I mean, I've done it myself too. Like, I just now started coming back out of my shell, I guess. Like a couple, when was it? A couple of weeks ago when I did a Zoom, it was like Candy and Kiana, somebody, like there were several of you all that was like, you haven't led like that in a long time. And I don't know if I was just focused on how everyone else was leading or how I felt like I should lead. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's not me. Maybe I don't have all the technical tips to show up on, I don't know. But all I can do is be who I am. And you all either take it or leave it. But that's the same thing for you. You can either show up who you are or don't show up at all. There's no point in showing up as Candy or Tisa. That's not who you are. So you literally might as well just not show up, because people can see right through you. And I know a lot of you all feel a lot of times like, well, I don't know who I am. And that's fine. We've all been there. But you know something about yourself. I don't care if you get on your stories and tell a joke, like a stupid mom joke. But if it's funny to you, then share it. Somebody else is going to laugh. Like I said, I didn't have to share my little LIT story. Just that's me. I got to share it on my story too, because I had just talked about it earlier. But like, you have to be who you are and own that. If you don't like cussing, don't cuss. If you're not all about God, then don't share that on your story. Nobody's forcing you to be anything that you're not. I never want you to feel that way on our team, especially. Like, you never have to follow anyone that you don't want to follow. If you don't vibe with the person, then cool. Don't vibe with them. But I guess that's my full point, is just, we gotta stop with the excuses. Just the waiting for Monday or waiting for the next 5 pounds to fall off before we show up. Waiting for me to be called to do this or do that. Hold on, I don't read the chat because I feel like they're good. I don't read the chat. My computer's true. For a week now, I've been putting it all in God's hands and asking him to lead me in the direction he wants to give me wisdom needed. Exactly. And I mean, a lot of times, come on now, I'm a pre-K teacher and I make $10 an hour. Like, that's not, I don't do it for the money. I can make unlimited income here. It's not even about that. When I'm there, I don't feel like I'm working. That's why we do what we do. When I work this business, I don't feel like I'm working. If you get to a point where you feel like you're just running through emotions and blah, 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 like, don't do that. You don't need to be here then. I never want you to feel like you're just running through the motions or running on a hamster wheel. You have to work your business the way you want to work it. You have to have fun and enjoy what you're doing. So that's what I mean when I, like, Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm with those kids, it's like I just enjoy it. Like, time flies. I love being there. Find something that does that for you. It doesn't have to be an income. Maybe you like to paint. Literally take some time to paint. Maybe you like just taking content, building your social media. It doesn't have to be building your business. Just take your time to do what you like to do. Scrapbook, go get your nails done, do things for yourself. You can find things that maybe you don't have the income. That's fine. I know everybody's situation is different. Tisa's got her little front porch set up, or is it your back? I think it's your front porch. She's got her little front porch set up, and that's her sanctuary. And she shares about that every single day. She goes to that same spot every day, every night, and sits there and does her. If you need to make yourself an area like that, do it. You have to find something that sparks joy in your life. If you can't live without cleaning your house every day, like clean your house every day. Watch Netflix. Do what you got to do to make yourself happy. Because if you're constantly just feeling like you got to run through the motions, you're not going to make it. It's not going to work. You're forcing it. Let me see what that one said. Listen, this is for me over here trying to hold in the tears. I was just talking about how I don't feel like I'm qualified to host the Power 30. Girl. But I mean, it's true though. A lot of people feel that way. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm qualified to get on here and talk to y'all about nothing. And I'm not saying that I haven't earned things or earned bonuses or built the ranks and stuff, because we know I have, but I don't feel like, I'm very humble anyways. Like, I'm not about to tell y'all I've accomplished this, and that, or whatever. I don't. At the end of the day, I could hit 80K tonight and I'm still not going to feel qualified to lead any of you all. But that's a me and God thing. That's a confidence thing that I have to work on. But that's every single one of you all. Like I said, we can come up with all the excuses like, oh, I don't have a local team. Okay, go to the pool. Oh, well, I'm fat and I don't want, because I say the same thing. I don't go to public pools. Like, oh, I want to get dressed up and get cute and go somewhere. But then when I look at them dressed up clothes, I'm like, like, what do you truly want? Do it then. So I think everyone just needs to sit down. Did I not tell y'all? Look at this. Did I not tell y'all I was going to get back to it? I've been back to it. My little journal every day. Nonsense too. A lot of it is like, for real. The other night the other day, today was a rough day. That's how it started. Today was a rough day and I just vent. But it's things that I want to be able to look back to. We all have rough days. Remember those. And then remember how you went through it. I talked on here about, I know I told Candy about this, and it's probably a long story, might get cut off. I'm just going to go over it real quick. This is very random. Follow your callings. Follow the weird. Okay. Long story short, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just ranting. If y'all need to get off, I'll make it quick. Long story short, I haven't told really anybody about it. I've told Candy, but for months, I've been trying to find a church, like a home church. The church that I'm a member of, I left when Daylon was little. It was changing and it was very judgmental. I was a single mom. I had a black kid. Like, y'all know the drill. But I just didn't feel home there. I love DJ's church, the church that he grew up in. It's a black church. Like, there's no happy medium for me, but it's a black church and that's fine too. But it's very low in attendance. There's like 10, 12 people there on a good day. There's no children's program. And that was never an issue for me until I started feeling like my children needed a children's program. I don't know why, but that's how I've been feeling. So I don't know. Keep trying to find a place. It just hasn't happened. And then a few weeks ago, God was telling me build it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build the church. Okay. So anyways, I kept feeling like I kept hearing that and I kept ignoring it too. And then one day this church popped up on my Instagram. And it was like, it wasn't an ad or anything. It just popped up on my Instagram. So I followed it. Didn't think nothing of it. I follow stuff all the time. Popped up like 3 more times. We're talking a small Instagram account with the algorithms supposed to be the way that they are. Come on now. No small Instagram account's going to keep popping up first post on my Instagram every day. So I'm like, okay, I keep checking it out every day. I'm like, whatever. Then I see on Facebook that I know some people that's involved in it. And so this church, I didn't know what it was, but I seen people that was involved in there or whatever. Well, apparently this church is not open yet. It's launching in September. So I'm like, okay, well, that's not what I asked for, God. Like, I asked for a church with the children's program. That's, I'm sitting here thinking like what I want and what he's calling is 2 different things, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. I just keep ignoring it. So then I had met Tiffany one day at Target, and as I'm coming out of Target on a random day, the man that I seen that was involved with that church is walking in Target. And I'm like, okay. So he stops me and we're talking about their programs and all of that. So then y'all know I had posted that post about Bible study, but I wanted, like, I have a specific vision for a Bible study that I want to go to. I don't want a plain Bible study where we sit around a table and talk about regular life. I want one that pierces my heart every single week. Like, I mean, that was just the standard that was set. That's the vision that I see, and I want that. And here Katie and everybody is like, okay, start one. That's not what I said. Didn't say I wanted to start one. So I don't know. A lot of things like just keep coming. Well, anyways, I met with a lady with this church, and I met her for coffee Monday, and she wants me to be part of her launch team for a church, literally building a church here, guys. What? I don't know. And now she's like, because I didn't know much about her. They're from Knoxville or whatever. Her husband has 1.2 million followers on TikTok. He's a chef. Like, here we are bringing social media into it's all crazy. But she said that they just kind of started their ministry and started his TikTok when pandemic hit. And she was like, they got laid off. They were like, we had no idea how we were going to start a ministry in the middle of a pandemic. And here comes, okay, TikTok. Let's go viral on TikTok. They're viral on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They're literally getting paid on social media. She's like, God will provide. So I don't know what's to come from all of this. But yeah, here we are over here building something that I said I would never do. And it's just all crazy. But it's just because I keep putting two and two together. Things are happening in your life right now and you're not putting two and two together. You're saying I want this or I want that, but when it shows up a different way, you're ignoring it. And I'm telling you from experience. You know, what's that saying? There's a meme. It's like, you want the cake, but when you're given the eggs, the milk, and the whatever, you're just not putting it together. Basically, you're getting all the ingredients for it. So that's where we're all at right now. You're just not putting two and two together. You're not following the little callings. You're not seeing that this is related to this, and this is why you show up, and this is why you help this person. And I don't know. But you have to follow what you're being called to. And I'm not saying you have to go build a church or be a pre-K teacher or none of that, because Lord, I don't know. Everyone's plan is different. Everyone mother's different. Everyone is a different type of wife, and everyone's going to be called to something different. So I want you to just step into that, own that. And I don't know why this is like not business related now, but y'all know how I roll anyways. Like, I want you all to just be where you're supposed to be. Show up how you're supposed to show up on social media. That's how your business is going to be blessed. At the end of the day, I don't care what anyone says. You can't just get on social media to be a millionaire. Like, you have to just be a servant, however you're supposed to serve, whether it's just posting a motivational quote or being there for someone. You just have to show up where you're at and be who you are, and your business will either flourish or it won't, or something else will come, or you run this business and do something else. But you have to show up and be willing to go wherever you're called to go. So I talked for a long time. This is all over the place, I'm sure, but it's recorded. I will upload it. I love y'all. Happy Tuesday. Sorry for keeping y'all so long. I know I usually don't. That was a lot. Someone needed to hear it. That's why you went off business related. Well, I'm glad that somebody needed it. So I love y'all. I will upload this ASAP and post it. Have a good night.